Good morning. It's Friday and it is, I think, 8 o'clock in the morning. We started driving around 5:30 and are now in Austria. We're currently on our way to Italy to view a couple of new houses. If you watch my previous videos, you know that my boyfriend and I are currently in the midst of buying a house in Italy, and we already had a house that we really liked and we might still have it, but the thing is that some documents are missing and we're not sure if they're gonna appear at one point, so let's see. And in the meantime, while we were waiting, we thought, why not drive to Italy again and see if we can get something, or if we'll find something new. So this weekend is going to be packed with new viewings. I think we have like 8 or 9. Even today when we were arriving, we have a viewing. Tomorrow I think we have 3. Sunday we have a couple, and then on Monday, I think when we're driving back, we have one as well, which is more on the way, because we're always looking in one area, but this one is a little bit more up north, so let's see. But yes, thank you for being here, and I hope you get to enjoy this week, or this weekend. It's rather gonna be a weekend than a week, but at least it's gonna be a long weekend. So yeah, my boyfriend just smiled at me and winked, so you know, dating for a couple of years, but still I get weak when he smiles at me. That's love. Yeah, love you and bye. Oh, by the way, I am not sure, no, I didn't tell you yet. I went to the hairdresser yesterday and got my hair in a darker color because I thought I would be super smart and could color my own hair, but apparently I can't, and it turned out, hello, and it turned out like a greenish orange. It did not look good, but thankfully I was able to get an appointment with a hairdresser, and now it's dark and I really like it. Obviously it's gonna get a little bit lighter after I wash it a couple of times, but I do like the dark. My boyfriend just dropped his sunglasses on me, and yeah, it's dark now. Apparently this is gonna be a hair account from now on, because I showed you the really short version last time, and now the new color. I like to experiment, that's all. So we're currently, no wait, it's 9 a.m. and it's Saturday, and we are about to have a quick breakfast at our B&B, and then we're gonna go and have a look at a house. I think it's at 10 and we need 45 minutes there, so we need to hurry a little bit now. Please cross your fingers for me, or us, because this house is one of our favorites, so really excited what this is gonna look like. And we had a look at 2 houses yesterday. Unfortunately they weren't quite it. So one we had the appointment for, and it was too small, so we're not looking for anything big, but it was just 1 bedroom and the living area were all in one. And on the pictures we didn't quite see that, so that's not quite what we're looking for, because we both have really big families, and they're gonna come there as well, and it would be a shame if they can't, you know, sleep at our place, but have to go somewhere. So we're looking for something with at least 2 rooms, maybe even better 3, but not like big, you know, like in a reasonable size. And so yeah, the first one wasn't something, and then we asked the guy who was showing us the house if he has something else, and then he showed us another house, and it was super cute. Like, it was this typical Italian Tuscany style house, but it was right next to the street, and I do not feel comfortable living right next to the street, especially with Archie, or having kids at one point or so. We're just making coffee, so I have to see if it doesn't overflow. And yeah, so jumping back to today's house, we're gonna look at it at 10, and it's super nice. It's like white and it has blue sun covers. It's so beautiful. Apparently a Swedish family used to live in there, and you can definitely feel and see the touch of the Swedish influence. And so yeah, fingers crossed for that one. And then afterwards we're looking at 2 or 3 more houses, not sure. But yeah, that's for today. In the evening we're gonna go and have dinner, and the sun is really nicely today. Yesterday was a little bit coldish, but today it's sunny, so I put on a dress with little boots, and yeah, fingers crossed we'll find something today. Jetzt sprudelt's langsam. Ja, es ist super schön.
Così siamo andati a Torino, all'ospedale Cellini.
Excuse my appearance, but last night I drank a bottle of wine, and I think you can tell by the puffiness of my face that I'm a little bit hangovered. But it was so nice. So really by accident we found this beautiful restaurant that was owned by this lovely lady, and it was a fixed menu. So I think that's common in Italy, but at least in North Italy, you get to a restaurant and you can't really choose what to get, because they have this fixed menu, which is always so good because it's mostly traditional food, at least to the places that we've been. So I can't speak for every single place in Italy, and I'm definitely not the right person to be able to talk about this because I'm not too often here. But yeah, the experience that we made with it is that you have like this crazy amount of food. It's so much food, like so much food. Like at the last course, I think it had like 10 courses or so, but it was like full on portions. Like every portion was full on, and the last 3 I think were just nibbling, and at the end we were like, no, please don't bring any more food, we can't, please we can't throw it away. But it was super cool because she gave us the leftovers so we can eat them today, so we're not wasting any food, which I'm really happy about. It was so much fun. They were so lovely. They didn't speak a word English or German, but somehow we were able to understand each other, and it was just so lovely. It was such a lovely evening. But besides that, yesterday we looked at 3 houses. Tom likes one really, really much. The only issue is that our car is too big to drive up there. So we would need a new car, which to me is an absolute no-go, realistically speaking. Excuse me. But it's the white house with the blue details. And the outside is just amazing. Like, the view is incredible. You're in the middle of the mountain, and you look, like, wherever you look, it's just mountains and green, and it's incredible. And it has its own little vineyard, which can be maintained by a gardener, or if we're there, we can do it as well. Personally, I don't see myself doing it, to be completely honest. But Tom said he would really like to get into it. Yeah, so we're a little bit not on the same page with this house, but the other two, I think, are a no as well. So the second house was really cute. Excuse me. Oh. But it would need to have so many renovations. It's really old. It has so much potential. Like, the area it has a sea view. It's really close to the ocean, but it's still in the mountains, but at the top of the mountain, so it has sun 24 hours. It's incredible. But again, for me, the area, the property is too big. Like, it has a lot of square meters, and the house itself really needs a lot of renovation. So I don't know if I'm up to doing that, but we'll see. And the third house was my personal favorite, but unfortunately was in the middle of the city, and that's not quite what we're looking for. We're looking for a place that is quiet and where we can really calm down. But from the inside, it was my absolute favorite. It was like really rustic, and the kitchen was gorgeous, but the rooms were really nice. It was solid, because I realized in Italy a lot of houses, they're not comparable to German houses because they're built different, and I'm built different. They're built sorry. But yeah, they're not as solid as German houses. So and that's something I don't quite like, which is really German of me. But it's not an absolute no-go. Yeah, we just have to find the right one, I think. So yeah, today we're looking at one new house, and the one that we originally wanted to buy, we just wanted to have a second look at it again to see if seeing other houses makes us feel differently about it, or if it's still our favorite or whatsoever. So it's really cool that we can have a viewing today again. Yeah, it's a lovely weekend, and I'm glad that we're here. Even if we go home and don't find the perfect house, we are not in a rush. We can still, like, this is a decision that we're going to make for the next 20-30 years minimum, probably. And yeah, we're going to find the perfect one. I have absolutely no doubt in that, because the houses here are just stunning. They're just not the right thing for us so far, but the right thing will come. I have absolutely no doubt on that. And then we're gonna do our holidays here, and hopefully always have this bliss that we're having this weekend, or generally when we are in Italy, because this place just has this special place in my heart. And talking for Tom as well, it's, I don't know, the people, the landscape, the food, the weather, everything just plays along, and it's just incredible. So yeah, we still have a couple of houses to see, let's see, maybe something will come up, and if not, we had a beautiful weekend and we'll find something soon. I'm pretty sure about that. Well, thank you for listening, my half drunk, half love talk, and I see you soon. We're back in Germany and we think we found our house. So the house, I would say it's this typical Italian Tuscan style, you know, like it's rustic and it's on 3 floors with dark windows, with dark wooded windows, with dark wooded doors. But it's super cool because the garden, it goes on 3 levels. So on every level you have part of the garden and everything is kind of connected with each other. The thing is that currently it does not look like much. So we would need to put a lot of effort, at least in the garden. Like in the inside, we can perfectly live and we actually do like the style of it. So there would only be minimal things to do in the future when it comes to decoration and stuff. But the garden would need a lot of work, and that's exactly what we were looking for, because we're not looking for something that's already done and perfect. We're looking for something that might be a little bit cheaper in price, but has a lot of potential for us to work on. And yeah, today we're gonna make an offer. So let's hope. Sorry, that was I got an email. Not sure if you heard it. So yeah, we're gonna make an offer today. And let's see if it works out. We still have a couple of open questions, but overall we think it's something that fits us perfectly. The area is great. It's 30 minutes away from the sea. It's right in the mountains, what we were looking for. So yeah, let's see. I'm really excited. And other than that, the drive home was really exhausting. Not sure why, because the drive there was not exhausting at all. And back we had so many traffic jams and the weather was shit and it was super exhausting. We started driving, I think, at 10 and we arrived somewhere at 8 at home. So we weren't even that long on the street. Like, of course we were long on the street, but not like super long, you know. Like I've had road trips that were doubled, but yeah, somehow it's, I don't know, the way was really bad. Sometimes it is like that. And today back at work, I'm really tired, really looking forward to the weekend, but really glad we did it and really glad we found the house. And now fingers crossed that they will accept our offer, and then we'll take it from there. I mean, we've been at this point already before with another house, so it's not as exciting as it was the first time, but it's still, I don't know, like you get into this point of dreaming, you know, like how would I make the garden? How would I move the furniture? How could I make this house my own house? And you're already in this dream world. So that's exciting. I love that. Like the last 2 nights, I think I dreamt of the house, and when I wake up, I think about it. When I go to bed, I think about it. It's an interesting thing to have, and it's so much different than moving into apartment, because I know it's in Germany. I know the rules of Germany. I know it's easier to move in Germany, but moving from one country to another, and not even moving, like this is our favorite home, right? So we need to make space to be able to get there and to renovate and so on. We don't have a place to stay, so in the beginning we would need to stay in this dirty as house and clean it as good as possible and buy new mattresses while we're already there. And you know, it's a lot of you need to think of, and but it's super exciting. I somehow with this house, I don't know, I just have a good feeling, and it just already feels like our house for some reason. I'm not sure, it feels different than the first time, so let's see. But yeah, I'm gonna finish off this week here. Thank you so much for coming with us to Italy and joining us in this really exciting times. And yeah, see you soon.